Ladies and gentlemen, this is Rex and this is I built an unethical zoo where you make your own unethical zoo. Okay, Planet Zoo by the channel Let's Game It Out. I don't know how many I've watched Planet Zoo video from Let's Game It Out, but I don't know, there's many left, I guess. Yeah, there are way too many. I just, yeah. I think only one I've finished was Satisfactory. I think that's the only one series I've finished from this channel. But yeah, this is the latest one, was uploaded a day ago. It's number 3 on trending, not just for gaming, for anything. So yeah, that's good. So that's always one. I love, Seth's video, what was that? I forgot the dwarves one, right? Mining thing. I saw that yesterday and it looked like very less Game It Out video. I haven't checked if he made a video about that or not, but I think he should, right? You can build shit and it just feels like him type of game. So let's go this one.
Hey there, it's Josh. Welcome back to Let's Game It Out. Are you ready for some Planet Zoo? Because that's what we're doing. Because you can do this, and some of this, and a little bit of this. What I'm trying to say is the possibilities are endless. Oh, and also this video is sponsored by Empires and Puzzles. But more on that in a little bit. For now, let's start our brand new park. Starting, of course, with this thing. This is the default entrance to our park.
See, that's the thing. But I think I've seen this in some Planet Zoo video. Like, he doesn't continue always. He goes back to scratch, I guess. Starts from the beginning. So I'm like, yeah, I think I'm gonna be fine. I think Satisfactory is the one where he was like all the way through from the start, which was surprising. Like all the shit he does, how how he's in the middle way. Oh, look at that, my save got corrupted. How that doesn't happen?
Which comes with all the essentials, like this thing, the little ticket thing that lets people into the park, and not to mention these magical teleporter pads, which is where the people actually come from, and an overall cheerful atmosphere. But you know what? That's definitely not what we're here for. So this time around we're gonna do something a little bit different. First off, we're gonna take this entire building and get rid of it. Oh god, avert your eyes! The teleporter pads are naked now! Now there's all kinds of parts that would be perfect for building a normal park. Who wouldn't want cool architecture like this? I mean, besides
it's gonna be like Star Trek, everybody just arriving.
Take this park in a different direction. So let's go ahead and create something kind of beautiful. And by beautiful, I mean terribly ugly. Okay, that's more like it. Now, this might look a little familiar, because I made something like this in my very first Planet Zoo video. But I only did a little bit there, and I did a whole lot more here. So much more. How long is it gonna take to get through this mess? Well, we're gonna know soon enough. But first, there's a couple of things we need to address. One, I didn't mean to hollow out the dirt around all the paths. It's mostly that when I was setting everything up, I accidentally left this setting on for tunneling, so it kind of made the walkway off the ground. But that's probably okay. They would just have more time to check out the game from today's sponsor, Empires and Puzzles. This isn't a...
It makes it look like pathway is different from the actual zoo and the ground. So even grass is not there. Even the dirt, grass, nothing is on the pathway or near a pathway. It's like walking through Jurassic Park. You're not part of the zoo, you're just observing.
Award-winning Match 3 puzzle RPG that's free to play on Android and iOS. And the great thing about Empires and Puzzles is it's super easy to pick up but hard to master. All you're really doing is matching shields of the same color to attack, and then the rest is strategy. And you get to match 3 your way through a whole storyline, featuring a kingdom that needs saving, traveling to faraway lands like Atlantis and Valhalla, and even do some tomb raiding. It's so classic you. There's also over 450 heroes you can collect and train, not to mention base building, player versus player combat, and alliances. And right now is a great time to get involved because Empires and Puzzles is running some seasonal content called the Season of Love, where you can get 5 new Cupid-inspired heroes and 20 stages across 3 difficulty modes. I think this game just match 3'd my heartstrings, so if this sounds good to you, check out the game right now using my linky in the description below, or you can use this QR code that's just sitting here on the screen. And thanks again to Empires and Puzzles for sponsoring. Anyway, this is just step 1 of our master plan.
How is some Empires and Puzzles went to Let's Game It Out? We want to sponsor your video, but don't play it. Don't play our game. We don't want you to play our game. Yeah, we're scared of that shit.
Because we really want them to experience each and every walkway they have to go through. I like to think of it as walkable art. You know how some art's supposed to make you angry? Hopefully that's what this does for some people, or all people. But we have a couple of steps.
Seriously, man, as soon as he zoomed out the first time, I don't know why, I just felt like, what the fuck? It just, somehow hurted my eyes because of all these squiggly lines.
we're still gonna need to do. For one, we gotta move the park entrance. Basically, they teleport in here, and then they officially enter the park here. And this is way too short a distance for them to have to walk for that. This feels way more appropriate. So we're gonna take these things and move them, like all the way at the other end of this thing. And there we go. Ready for prime time. Now they have to walk through all this just to get to the entrance. Okay, we're making progress, but there's a couple more things we have to do.
What?
You see, people won't come into our zoo unless we have zoo-like things. And by that I mean they're expecting us to have animals. Well, we're not gonna put any animals right at the beginning, because then what would be the point? So instead, let's give them a little bit of a
wait a minute. I think I missed that first one. If those people are going to teleport there, but since the entrance, that thing, is all the way there, they have to actually walk there just to enter it. Is that it? That's just evil, man.
of things to come. So first, let's start with a custom sign. And to decorate this out, I think we're gonna use an old friend. There you are, our old giraffe friend. We're just gonna put you kind of like this. Yeah, there we go. That's a good start. And to accompany that, we're gonna use this speech bubble. Yep, that makes sense. And on that, we're gonna put some lettering. Totally a real... Ah, fiddlesticks, I've run out of space. That's okay, though. We've got another helping head.
A real what?
Oh joy, it's our lion friend. Possibly eating the giraffe, but who's to say for sure? Either way, there's your speech bubble. There we go, nailed it. Totally a real zoo. You can trust them, right? Oh wait, I'm forgetting something. I almost forgot your googly eyes. How rude of me. Oh, and I haven't forgotten about you. I've got a special effect with your name on it. Ah, here we go. Water jet large. Just what we're looking for. Let's see, how's that gonna look? Oh, I feel like that's shooting farther than I intended. Time for a second one. And let's just take this one, and let's just go ahead and rotate it over this way. Let's see, how did I do? Oh, wow, that was perfect. Well, now we've got to do that on all four. Okay, there we go. Nice complimentary tiers to welcome you to the park. Okay, so I think that this is a solid start. As mentioned, no one's gonna come to our zoo if there's no animals.
That is so good. It's like Looney Tunes, right? Giraffe is there. This is totally real, and lion eats him up and just then says a zoo.
So don't worry, we're gonna add some all the way over here on the other side of the park. And don't you worry, we're gonna make really good use of this space. And by that I mean one really, really big giant enclosure. Just think of how many animals we can fit in this thing. Can't wait to find out. First things first though, we're gonna need to staff up a building, which is this animal trade center. We're gonna go with this basic crappy one. And then next we add an employee entrance to the habitat, followed by a pathway to connect the two together. And now it's time to staff up, specifically caretakers. So we'll just put 1 and 2 and 3. They can only transport one animal at a time, and I don't want this to take forever, so let's just staff up quickly. Yeah, there we go. This should be plenty of people. Wow, I hope you enjoy the people you work with, because there certainly isn't much walking around space. Just look at their polite little steps. Oh, don't mind me, I'll get where I'm going eventually, even if I have to moonwalk my way there. And now that this is under a sort of control, it's time for animal trading, and that's when we sit here and buy every single thing we can. It doesn't matter what you are, there's a place for you in my zoo. But we can only store 200 animals at a time. So let's clear out this inventory and send them to the zoo. Okay, they're all going into the trading center together. Ah, yes, and this is how all the animals come out. They were all hiding from us in that one little room. And here we go. Ah, yep, this is how animals are made. One glorious nightmare at a time. Don't worry, all you eyeballs and faces, we see you. Now, I'm not sure what's going on back here, except for this merry-go-round nightmare. Either way, I'm happy you're happy. I'm not happy about much else of this placing, but hey, at least a chunk of you broke off. I like how this big pile of creatures is still here, and meanwhile, there's one creature out there running away. This cat is like, no thank you. Anyway, there are 200 animals. Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me. This is what 199 animals look like in one spot. Okay, now they're starting to separate. Here we go. Everyone's starting to find their place.
And
the
way frames go down.
Wanted it. This penguin being trampled by a seal and then potentially crushed by everything else. I know this is the look this guy would normally have, but it doesn't change the fact that this guy looks completely...
Didn't he do that the first time? He just put everybody in the same place and lots of them died and fall off from he made something like a tower type of thing, and then there was a ground and everybody just fall down the pit where everybody was walking around. There was just, carcasses of dead animals.
Over this. Anyway, this is what 200 animals in one pen looks like. Time to go for 200 more. Yes, everybody group together to shove yourselves orderly through that one door. What a ritual you've developed for yourselves. Surprise! See, this is what I like to see. Old Giraffe Hydra happily hanging out, but this time with the body of, all this. Look how horrified this poor creature looks. It just doesn't know what to make of this. And who can blame it really when, oh boy, here we go. Time for everything to flee as fast as it can. Now we can see we know what 400 animals looks like. time to add some more. So hold please while we find out and see what this can end up looking like. I know, buddy. I'm sure you're sick of this. Okay, so this is what 1,000 animals looks like. What a menagerie. And I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but I think that's gonna be enough animals for now, because we've already butchered the frame rate and there's so much more to do still. Oh, and all of you, thank you for your service. You're all fired. Anyway, we now have the prerequisites for an amazing zoo. And now at long last, our park is ready to open. Come on in, please enjoy my zoo. Oh boy, look, and our first guests are already here, immediately getting drenched in tears before their journey. Now, of course, we have to wonder, how long is it going to take these people to get through this whole thing? Right now, after all the building I did, it is year 16, July 18th, which should give us a pretty good idea for how long this is going to take. And they're so proactive, too. Look at their synchronized running. Oh my god, this is going to take a while. You see these people down here? I've already been following them for 2 real-time minutes, and they've basically gone nowhere. So hold, please, while we wait. Oh my god, they're finally almost here. I've been watching these fine folk as they walked across this entire thing, and my god, it's been excruciating. Also, kudos to all of these people, actually. They've been running this entire time. Speaking of, how long has it been anyway? It is now year 23, September 15th.
So this is a zoo, but secretly this is a health center to get everybody fit.
That means if they started back in year 16, that means that they've been running for a solid 7 years. Oh my goodness, this is turning into something of a race at the end, with this guy now leading the pack. Oh wow, very impressive victory dance. I wish I could go for a 7-year run looking this maniacal the whole time. Not only is he almost there, but there's all those animals to look at. Finally, the journey will have been worth it. Welcome to the park, sir. Huh? Wait, why did you turn around?
Because he's on the side around. Oh god. Oh, I love this. Okay. I think it's the other way around, right? This is so good. It took 7 years. I'm guessing some of the animals also died during that time.
And how on earth are you still happy about this? In fact, why is everybody turning around? Oh, I think I know what I did wrong. You see those arrows there? They're supposed to be facing the other direction. Whoops, silly me. That's caused everybody that was on their way here to turn around and leave. Just think, by the time you get home, it's gonna have been 14 years. But even more people are coming back into the park. Oh, now that we know it's gonna take so long, we should probably warn them, huh? Hold your horses, I can fix this. There we go. Problem solved. Thank God some people are finally here. Oh boy, get ready for some amazing animals. Or maybe not. Oh, you were so...
When it was other way around, everybody was running, basically. So they were just running to start, and after start, they just started walking. I think he turned it around the way it's supposed to be. Everybody was just walking. So I guess everybody just ran from there to there just to enter the zoo. That's how fucked up it was.
So close. Well, at least you got to see them from afar. Don't worry, I'm sure that path will take you somewhere awesome, and I'm sure the animals will still be there. I definitely didn't put something in the water to make them sleep, like the forever kind. I mean, we had to get our frame rate back somehow. I'm gonna go ahead and say it was worth it. Look at that smooth frame rate. And don't worry about all those animals you missed. You could just live out their glory days right here. Oh, you. Just so handsome. Anyway, after a long flight of stairs, there's plenty to see over here at our brand new train station. Look at that, we've got it all. Googly eyes, weirdly sinister lighting, a sign that would never lie to you about how much fun you're gonna have. Yes, that's right.
Imagine that you walk to a zoo, there's like an infinite amount of stairs that go down. You come across this kind of metro style station, there's a googly eyes animal and there's an arrow that points fun. Would you go on that train? I would not. I don't care. I don't care if I'm like, oh, in reality, nobody would do anything. Even if I have that kind of mentality, I would not step into that train. I'm not going there.
Line up, don't everybody crowd at once. Oh boy, and here comes the train now. All aboard the fun train. I like the part where this family doesn't even stick together. All right, everybody, get ready for the fun of a lifetime. Let's see what our passengers see. Oh good, it's like a horror movie. How abstract and frightful. Don't worry, we've taken your safety into consideration, which is why our train goes a blistering 3 miles per hour. But it isn't all darkness and mystery. Look at that, I see something in the distance. Oh no, what's this? There's a car on the tracks. This is gonna take some time to clear. Never fear, everybody. I've got some entertainment that's going to be perfect for you during your formative years. Behold! Look, a television screen, all for you. Hey, what's the matter? Haven't you ever read an end-user license agreement before? Well, don't you worry, creepy kid. You've got plenty of time to read it. I haven't forgotten about the rest of you.
You want an
Just sit
Apple
back
phone,
and
right?
try and read what you
User
can of
agreement.
this flashbang in the darkness. But maybe this girl is like, I still can't see. I've got you covered. And not just you, but everybody. Oh boy, am I excited to learn about disclaimers of warranties and limitation of liability. Oh, and you never know. There might be a test at the end, so study up.
Yeah, by the way, welcome to Squid Games.
Kiss me.
Seriously, someone should take inspiration from Let's Game It Out. Create a game where you have to do all this shit just to trap these people and like create a Squid Game type of video game, I guess. Welcome to Squid Games.
Oh my goodness, wouldn't you know? Now that everyone's read that cover to cover, the car is gone. We're saved. I sure hope you signed at the bottom. And before you know it, we've gotten to our special laboratory, which is where we're going next. This weird futuristic looking place. Choo choo, the fun train is pulling into the station. All right, everybody off. Or I guess just some people get off. Oh, I see. You want more documents to read, huh? Well, don't worry. I'll get you on the next go round. All right, come on in. Well, I don't know about you, but this feels like a good sign to me. Well, let's check it out and see. First thing we have to do is walk down this Death Star-like hallway, and this takes us to a nice, exciting viewing area. And hey, don't forget, if you need to review the end-user license agreement, you totally can. Oh no, is it ending? Oh, thank goodness it's starting over again. So I should probably explain to you exactly what you're looking at. This is our special zoo creation laboratory. You wanted a zoo, right? Well, now you can make your own. After all, why should we save all the fun for ourselves when I'm sure the parkgoers have plenty to contribute? So here's basic
User agreements like Unethical Zoo is not responsible for loss of items. Loss of items like your friends and families.
how it works. You gotta use the animal generator 9000 here, and let's say you want to pick an animal, like this giraffe here. Great, now that we've selected it, let's go ahead and let it get dispensed, which is gonna happen right from a hole up here. Ah, good, there we go. And here it comes. Wow, what a landing! My goodness, it's so majestic and surprisingly okay with all of this. But that was just a first test. Who wants the honor of getting this out of the way and trying it themselves? Oh, it looks like we have a contender. Yeah, you did that. They're gone forever. Okay, now that the platform is clear, well, mostly clear. Who wants to give it a go? Oh, looks like we have a volunteer. Oh, polar bear. A good choice.
What in the bones?
Well, this could be traumatic, but I'm glad this lady's having a good time. I know what happened here,
It's a
okay?
psychotic
Basically,
break.
nobody's ordered a polar bear in a while, so like a vending machine, they just sat in there and expired. Well, don't push it again. Oh, good, now you've done it. Now you've done it. Look, I was trying to tell you. They're all probably dead up there. Oh, Jesus. Oh my God, you little psychopaths. Stop pushing the button. Anyway, yes, thank you for testing the button. Thanks for making such a horrible mess, you cretins. All right, well, I'm gonna let this next generation of psychopaths get acclimated to this button. And my God, there sure are a lot of you now. Anyway, we're gonna head on over here to the next...
So they would hit the exterminate button only if something's alive. If there's dead, like why waste the good flames?
leg of our
This is
journey.
good.
Now that we're figuring out what animals we're gonna have in our zoo, we're gonna generate the scenery using our state-of-the-art facility here. Oh, pardon
Welcome
me,
to
let me turn the
Matrix.
lights on. Avert your eyes, flashbang out. Behold! In this facility, we can generate any scenery we want. Basically, it'll create it holographically for us to look at. I feel like there's an existing name for this, but I can't really remember what it is. Anyway, you see this display here? This is where we tell this facility what we would like to see. So for example, let's say we want to see a lush landscape like this. No problem, we can generate that. See, watch. Activate sorta tropical scenery-ish. Ta-da, and here we are. A fresh new world that we
That's
can
good,
explore
man.
to put down a horrible zoo. Or I don't know, maybe you wanted a different environment. Computer, end program. Like
Oh,
what? We can
that's so
try
good.
a new environment. For example, maybe you're in the mood for some holiday-looking stuff. Computer, please load snow something. I can't remember what I called it. Ta-da! How festive. There's like
Look at the
people
buildings
and
and shit.
buildings and stuff. And most of all, everybody looks miserable. I might like this place. Oh, but the fun doesn't stop there. Computer entrance, please. We can always do something more exotic, like the moon. You remember the moon, don't you?
Yes.
Of course you do. Pristine, beautiful, and waiting for a new zoo. At least that's how I remember it before the bad stuff happened. Okay, you know what? I think I'll leave it up to the people for the next location. I'm sorry, you want to make a Mars base of all things? Mars? Well, who am I to deny all of you excited soccer moms? All right, fine, computer, Mars or whatever. Okay, I hope you're all happy. And actually, you know what? Now that we've got our Mars setting here, let's combine everything we've done. Let's take whatever they've chosen for our animals, and let's add it to our simulation. Computer, add animals from the other thingamabob. Ah, I see you guys just kept pushing the polar bear button. Nice of you to free up the inventory in there. So let me make sure I understand this. Your idea of the zoo you want to make is on Mars with all these polar bears. Excuse me, I mean polar bear husks. Well, so be it. It's the zoo you wanted. Now, everybody stay right here for a second. I need to go do something real quick, and I think you're gonna like it. Okay, here we are. So here's the final step of the zoo creation process. And launch. What, did you think everything was just gonna be virtual? Nonsense, you picked out the zoo, now we gotta go build it. You know that lab you're standing in? It's actually a shuttle, so I hope you brought snacks, because it's a pretty long way to Mars. I want to thank Empires and Puzzles again for...
Okay, that seriously is a good concept of whole, right? Creating a virtual environment. That's what he meant by creating an unethical zoo in an unethical zoo. So that's a new patch or something where you can create that. Damn. Man, this game is really good. But couldn't they have created some kind of a collision system where people doesn't just morph into each other, right? Some kind of, I guess they probably tried that and realized like somebody went psychotic like this would have, you know, crashed the whole engine. So I guess this is like a good compromise. If you're gonna go crazy, I guess animals are gonna morph into each other. So yeah, this is so good. I love how that kid is just smiling, press the button, there are flames. There you go, giraffe. Right, people, I built an unethical zoo where you make your own unethical zoo. Planet Zoo by the channel. Let's game it out. If you like my next one, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.